Present.
Present.
He'll be out. He called me. Commission member Juan Lopez
Present.
and commission member Sonia Bucher is
Present.
Thank you very much.
we have a quorum.
Thank you very much. We have a quorum. Okay, please join me on the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Okay, well, nice to see you guys, and I'm definitely missing also Jesus Cervantes. I hope he's doing okay. I don't see anyone from the public for call to the public. Okay, no one present. Then let's move on to all business. Update regarding special needs event to be held on October 15, which is in 2 weeks from now. Juan Lopez. Juan?
Hello, fellow commission members. Okay, update on our special day for special needs event, October 15th. I was looking here at an email. So far, we're gonna have booths. We got Saddles of Joy, Child and Family Resources, Raising Special Kids, Regional Center for Border Health, Family Partners, Arizona Children's Association.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the booths so far, and we got a few sponsors as well. We're gonna meet our amount to cover all the expenses. So it's really good. We already have the city. We have the field. We have. I have a draft of a layout, but it's going to be pretty simple and it's going to be short. You know, it's 9 to 12. I can't hold them there for a long time. So 9 o'clock to 9:30 warm up. 9:30 to 10:30, 11. It's going to be the activities, and 11 to 12 lunch and medals. You know, participation medals. So it's going to be easy and fast, painless. And I have plenty. I have a lot of. We have so far like 35 volunteers, and that's it. We're ready.
Ready to fly. So, do you need any one of us to be there with you, or
if you guys anybody willing to volunteer, it's fine. It's there's not just so 30 people that are like they're certified to work with special needs people. So the other us 10 are probably gonna control the area. You know, help me set up for the activities. Help me register people. I'm gonna be registering people as they come in, just to keep track. Also, I remember right now the police department, the city of Somerton's police department is gonna be there. I talked to Officer Mena from there, and we're gonna update the local list for Somerton for special needs people. So the police department can know their addresses. If they see anybody walking on the street, they can check and see, okay, this person lives here, or there's somebody that lives here that is a special needs person. So that is very important because I think their list is very low.
Mhm.
I'm hoping we can get those numbers up.
No, and I think that's the best way to go in matters of, you know, I don't know, doing an arrest or whatever, so they don't go into the wrong,
Yeah.
you know, with the wrong perception that, you know. So I think that's a great idea for them to know who, you know, who needs extra help and who needs extra caution. You know that.
Yep.
I think it's great. This is going to be a great idea. So I will try to I will put it on my calendar and I will try to be there because I already promised you that I was going to be there.
Fellow Commissioner, I commend you for all your efforts, and I'm so sorry that I will not be able. I'm going through some medical issues that will not allow me to participate now or later dates. So, but I hate that I can't right now because I think what you're doing is amazing, and it's going to be really good for the community. And then I hope we can continue to support it. Yeah.
Mm.
And just a comment, I am available to help. So if there's anything that you need before, I could help. And during that day, and if I don't know how it's going to work out, but if it is a matter of showing up like early, I don't know, maybe 8:30, I can do that.
Thank you.
Right.
And thank you, everyone. And really the passionate, I'm real passionate because this is like, I've never done this before. I've done basketball clinics, baseball clinics, and this is different. It's different in the way that I kind of, one time I went to a baseball clinic in San Diego and this person that was giving the class instructor, he said, the most important coaches are the ones that are coaching 3, 4, 5-year-olds because they plant the seed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I want to plant the seed so we can make it real bigger
Mm-hmm.
in the future together with the city.
And hopefully this could become also an annual event, you know, because you're planting the seed is like the momentum with the art style. So, you know, it's now we can have a calendar full of activities for the whole year for everyone.
Yep.
That's a great idea. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Congratulations. And let's keep up with the good work. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's move on to activity 6.2, update on parks and recreation activities. Mr. Reinhardt.
No, you might be better. We're in our fall season of soccer. Just started a couple of weeks ago. We have 307 kids that are registered and making up 24 teams, and we have, which is the most we've ever had. And we've actually changed up a few things as far as registration going. And what we're doing is we're giving ID cards to each registered kid. Because we had some people sneaking in games that weren't putting jerseys on. So now what happens is that when the kid shows up, the coach has the cards and whatever his kids are playing, he gives them to our referees, and then they monitor that to make sure. And plus, we can identify who's what, and so we made those changes, and it seems to be working out real well. It costs a little money to get it started, but around $1,300 for the machine, but they're nice photo ID cards and we can use them for all activities we have. We also, what we've done too this year, we had the one big soccer field at Council Park and we converted into 4 different soccer fields for the different age groups. And what we've done is before we'd let the parents go on both sides of the field of each field, and they were interfering with the coaches trying to coach the kids, and there wasn't that one-on-one coaching going on and the parents were interfering. So what we did is we have them all to one side on each field. So we planted red lines and we actually put out some signs that says no parents allowed, just the players and the coaches.
Mhm.
It seems to be working real well, and we're getting a little more
Mhm.
organized. So those little changes are making the leagues a lot easier to manage and for the city and make it a little nicer for the community. So
Mhm.
we have right now, we have registration going on for co-ed softball, co-ed volleyball, and for adult basketball. So that we're going to be having those as we go through in a couple months. Those will be kicking off. We have to go through the procedures of getting those going. And also we have dance, art, boxing, and chess are ongoing in their classes.
Chess.
Chess. And they're 3 nights a week on chess. We have probably around 5 kids that are in the club,
Mhm.
if you will, or recreational activity. And it's done at the youth center along with the arts. And then the dance is over at the cultural center. So,
Mhm.
so we're seeing a little bit of increase in activity there. And we're, and I'll bring that later, but we're trying some other things we're going to be trying and we're brainstorming to keep things going and active. We have the council last Tuesday evening had signed a resolution. We applied for a Arizona Trails and Parks and Trails grant
Mhm.
for 2 new soccer fields, and they went ahead and they approved the project. So we've been working really hard on that, and what this project entails is it's located at Pericone Park, the retention off Cesar Chavez on the west end of town,
Mhm.
and we're proposing to put 2 soccer fields in there with lighting and restrooms. And we're going to fix up the irrigation that's in there now. It needs some repairs, so we're going to do that. The Arizona Parks and Trails grant is a $500,000 grant, and it's there's no match, but the city went ahead and budgeted this year $200,000 to put in, so we have a total of $700,000 for the project. So we are working on the application. The application's due actually on Friday, but we're going to get it in tomorrow.
Mhm.
So we've been really putting a lot of effort into that, and we'll know something probably in November if we receive it. So we've been, so hopefully that'll keep our fingers crossed. We can be able to get more fields out to accommodate the kids.
So just clarification. So in case if there is no funding from the Arizona Trails, is there anything that will be done with those $200,000?
That hasn't been decided yet.
Yeah. Mhm.
I don't know what'll happen. That's something we'll have to have discussion and see what we're going to do there.
Mhm.
But I'll say we probably won't be able to touch it since it's in a grant side of the budget this year.
Mhm.
So we probably won't. I'm guessing we're not going to be able to do much with it.
Mhm.
If we get declined, it'll just be sitting there.
Okay. So, thank you.
We are getting ready to put our winter grass in. We purchased 4,000 pounds of seed at a cost of around $8,500. So we haven't received it yet, but we're going to see the grass browning out in the fields and going
The
through
winter
process.
grass.
Yeah, and putting winter
Mhm,
grass in.
mhm,
So
mhm.
you'll see that in the next month and a half.
Mhm.
The council park irrigation pump, we have a irrigation pump over there, and we've had problems with it. We went out and we're making repairs to it, and it's an $18,970 hit to us to
Mhm.
get that repaired. So it'll be like almost a brand new pump when we get done with it. But it's necessary to keep the irrigation going. It feeds the middle school also. So we're in that. They're making repairs as we speak and getting it back in the ground. So special events, we've had the UTV event over the weekend. It went it was a little warm. Staff did a really good job hanging in there, and it was a little slow during the day, but in the evening it picked up, and we're considered a pretty successful event. Reza did a great job organizing that, and all staff that helped out with the booths and stuff. So, and then the senior center.
So one quick question. This event for the Summerton UTV block party, I noticed that a lot of staff was actually working. So this event is now like mainly sponsored by the city, or still like
yes,
who's
it's a city sponsored.
the sponsor? Okay.
Yes.
So it's not gonna,
But
it's
there's
going
a-
to be a sponsor event by.
But there's a committee that goes with it, but it's
Mhm.
city sponsored, yes.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, because you're right. In the afternoon, in the morning, there was kind of a low,
right.
but then around 7, 8, it was like shoulder to shoulder. It was like
Yeah,
really,
yes. So
really
it picked
crowded.
up, and so we'll
Mhm.
evaluate that, and we'll have an exit meeting or a post
Maybe shorter. I don't know.
meeting, and we'll discuss some
Mhm.
different options. But
Mhm. But I like it. At the time that I went, the night, it was really good. I don't know. I liked it. Okay, so no, that was my question on that.
the senior center, we're just in normal operation there for a while. We were having, this is like a month and a half ago, we were having a little COVID over there, but now everything's good and we're back to full operations. We're getting between 40 and 45 clients each day, and we're serving meals and doing activities over there. So we actually, through a grant we received, we purchased some new workout equipment. It actually arrived today. And the grant, the money that was spent on that was $21,000. So it's really nice equipment, and the equipment that was in there was very unsafe for the clients we have. We've already pulled some of it, and we had very little left. So through this grant, we were able to modernize their exercise, and they do use the exercise equipment there. So it'll be well worth it.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to touch a little bit on the budget,
Mhm.
the Parks and Rec Commission budget, and I'll let you know where we're at right now. Okay.
Good news or bad news?
No, it's not. It's actually good.
Okay.
July 1 starts our new fiscal budget,
Mhm.
and you have $5,000 in there.
Mhm.
Okay. So far, you've given out $1,750.
Mhm.
So we have available balance in there is $3,250.
Mhm.
So the way it works, the budget works,
Mhm.
is we can't go over the 5,000 this year.
Yep.
You have to stay whatever it's set.
Mhm.
Even if we collect more money, it'll go in for next year. We'll make the budget bigger to accommodate that.
Mhm.
But it's a set budget, and that's the way all of our budgets are. Is you have a budget, it's set, and you can't go over that. But the good news is you have money in here, and it doesn't mean that you can't go out and start to collect more money. And so we have it for next year and make our budget even bigger if we'd
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
and do
Definitely.
more with it. So
$250.
yeah, $3,250
Mhm.
in the account right now, left in our budget. So that's sort of good news.
Mhm.
So that's the way the budget works. And I included, which I have a list here, but we're going to be giving out, you guys approved Mr.
That's
Lopez's and his organization with the special needs for 500. So I included that in there. So you'll be getting that check Friday, but I included that. So it's a true balance now. So, and that's about all I have right now. Any questions or comments?
No, thank you very much. I requested him to actually do this little budget presentation for us. And,
Yeah.
To know that there is
Yeah.
actually funds to support,
Mhm.
the work you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Then let's go into discussion and possible action regarding donation request from Alejandro Felix to support the equipment. No, I'm sorry. Then let's see. Yeah, you were actually, let's go for updates and our business. You were actually the first one, the third one. What happened?
Yeah, what happened is,
You're looking at the old one.
The old one.
Yeah.
See, it's
see,
because
it got switched. I don't know how that happened.
How do
I just
you-
noticed it tonight. So
yeah, this is the official. This is the new one. No, yeah, got it. It's because I'm guiding myself. We met before, and that's why I'm wrong. Okay, so that's fine. See, it's a. This is the agenda. This is what. Okay, but I'm glad it's basically the same, just in a different order. Okay.
I don't know what happened there, but in between posts, it somehow got switched. So,
So we're gonna keep a copy of both. So just in case, the approval minutes. Yeah. There is no minutes. No, I didn't. Do you? Yeah, do you submit any minutes? No, we don't have any minutes. No, that's fine. Mhm.
Okay, so can you share? So this is my update on the what I think we're going on like exhibition. Because it's listed as an art festival, but really way scaled down to a more. Right at the beginning of last 2 weeks, serve the social center. We have
Mhm.
we toured the facility last week. Spoke with some artists, they wanted to tell the work.
Mhm.
There's some other we also spoke with several artists. Yeah, 6 or 7 weeks.
Mhm.
The things we days a week is working, talking sending like helping out for the team inside, scale up or down, sell food there, food, that's all that I have. It's project, my first project. And
So the good thing is that we have a date, November 19. And also with the artists that we have spoken, they say yes, they would like to be part of this in Summerton. So it matters of getting the people. There will be no problems. The space is no problem. Okay, it's just that some decisions, if they're gonna sell, then we need to make sure that they follow the paperwork with the city, and we need to facilitate that. And we were thinking the schedule between 9 to 1. You said a few hours only in the morning. Okay, something short. It's just to make sure that we have an event and it doesn't fall back into the darkness. So we have still the momentum, and I want to add to your presentation that in San Luis, Arizona, when I attended another event, they were talking about the Summerton arts and arts event that happened, and they said it was awesome. Do you see this and that? And they didn't know that I was behind them. They were really talking about Summerton, still talking about San Luis, Arizona, or San Luis Sonora, whatever. They were talking about the Summerton. And I was so delightful to be, to witness that. So I think it's going to be a small event, but very, very, very well attended, received event. Because
it's like a test to see if there's actual interest in making it like a, I don't know, monthly periodic event.
Yeah.
Okay, so
well, let's see. This is like to test the waters to see how it goes, and then from there we can decide if we make something like bigger or. But the facility is great. I mean, it's there, and the grass was well taken, the shades, you name it. So it'll be nice, and then the temperature, November. Yeah,
it's gonna be the weather is gonna be pretty cool and nice in the morning. Being close to the park also. On a Saturday, it also helps, like maybe bring a few more people in.
Mhm.
All right. So
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Any questions for Mr.? No, I don't have any questions here. Okay, at this moment, there is no action needed for that, so thank you very much. Okay, now I'm reading at the new list over here. So, new business, item 7.1, discussion of possible action regarding donation. This is in matters of the kid who came last in our last meeting. And, per discussion, we couldn't take any action because of the fact that it was in a call to the public format. But this is the letter that probably you have a copy of that. Okay, dear City of Somerton, my name is Jose Alejandro Felix, and I am a senior at Cofa High School. I have been an avid ATV enthusiast as long as I can remember, so much that I began riding at a very young age, and now competing with the help of my dad. As you know, this habit requires a lot of investment, and that is why I come to you in hopes that you will consider sponsoring me to continue competing. And I'm glad that he's clarifying this, so he's going to be in a competition. Currently, I'm actually working on improving my race times and techniques for an upcoming race on October 1st. My safety equipment has expired, and to compete, I'm required to update all. Yes. My dad is also working on improving the frame of my bike for agility purposes, and all those improvements can be costly. As I aforementioned, I come to you for assistance in sponsoring me for the upcoming races. Okay, I'm looking forward to finishing off my senior year with top race times and to be able to bring Somerton recognition and trophies. With that said, I look forward to your response and consideration to my request. So I'm glad that this is actually sent to us because of the fact that I thought it was like motorcycle, but it's actually a bike, an actual bicycle, no engine, no motor, no electrical, it's just a bike. And I've seen the kids, probably, I don't know if it's going to be competing in Yuma or a little bit more information needs to be, detailed information needs to, because if it's going to be representing us, is this, do you have any idea if it's a local event or is it Yuma or is it?
Most of it is locally. I don't know exactly where at, but conversations I've been in with this, he is doing it locally. Mm-hmm. And also, just for information, after his high school, he's going to enlist in the military. Mm-hmm. So he's going to further his career, and he's trying to accomplish some goals of his before he goes off to the military. And then when he gets out, he's going to come back to it. Mm-hmm. So that's his plan.
Okay. Questions, feelings, Mr. Lopez?
Yeah. On my understanding, did they? Because I remember when Sonia asked for a donation, it was like an example of how much they wanted. There had to be an amount.
Well, according to our own procedures, since it's an individual, we cannot go over $250 for that. Because he's not actually part of a team. He's asking for support for his own.
And so since there's not a total, we decide how much.
We decide how much. Could be anywhere from $10, $0, all the way to $250. Any other questions? And since I'm the chairman, I cannot make that motion. It has to be one of you, and then from there I can second, or you guys can second it, and then we can take over.
Well, I make a motion to support this Mr.
Jose Alejandro Felix.
With $250 because, like a racing bicycle, I'm pretty sure it's expensive, and making any improvements or changes, it has to be expensive. So I think $250 is reasonable.
Yeah, just do you have an idea how much those bicycles actually cost? They're very expensive. Ms. Joanna,
can I disagree?
Yeah, you can disagree.
So for in this case, I just feel like I mean, as a high school student, has he worked at all to try to earn some of that money? It would be my question. Because it's very like, it's a hobby of his. As a high school, when I was in high school, I worked part-time. My parents didn't give me money, and I didn't ask anyone for money. The reason why I'm saying that is when he came to ask us for a donation, it was very like entitled, and I didn't like the attitude he gave about it. And so I consider that as, does he really deserve it compared to the donations that we've been giving students and children that are really working hard, to that are even younger, to that they can't work or whatever. But he's a senior; he can work.
Are you proposing to table the item and then for him to do a more to be here for questioning, and then after that we can make our minds? Okay, so I guess you need to come up with a new.
I would say he needs to come up with a new proposal and why we should sponsor.
So you're proposing to table the item and then for him to do a presentation to us, or you want us to revisit this without him to actually being present?
He can use this as a learning experience, and we can give him a chance to propose it in a more, a little more humble, approach than what he did in his first try.
So basically, to let us know how he did in the tournament October 1st.
Yes.
And because we don't know if it's local or.
He needs to provide that information just like all the other students provide to us. He hasn't provided any information about the tournaments. He just said he wanted us to give him money.
Okay. So, Mr. Lopez, anything for this item, the 7.1? She's Ms. Vice Chair Ezra is proposing to table the item for the kid to actually come back to us and then inform us how he did, and then after that we can make a.
Yeah, that sounds good. And the more to explain more the expenses. I know a frame can cost up to $3,000.
Yes.
I know, but I don't know if he's gonna buy a $3,000 frame.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then there is a motion to table the item. Okay, but we don't want just to table it. We would like to invite Alejandro Felix to inform us how he did.
Yes.
Okay, and then after that, we can actually, one of you can make the decision to, or you can go back to your
my proposal.
Okay, so at this moment, if it's okay with you, then I will table the item, and Mr. Rodney, if you can help us by contacting Mr. Alejandro Felix and invite him to be present in the next meeting. And I'm pretty sure after that, then we're gonna make a better decision based on what he will be telling us how he did, where was the event, because right now my colleagues and I were not very convinced. And if it's a local, if it's in Yuma, if it's in Phoenix, anyway, so. Okay, I will table the item then for next meeting. And also I'm gonna be table the item for Mr. Jesus Cervantes for item 7.2. But for future items agenda, Mr. Rodney provided me with a list that Risa actually forwarded to him and then to me about the city events for the whole year, for September 24 all the way until July 4th, which is when the cycle actually starts. So just food for thought, we just recently have the Summerton UTV block party, in which there were food vendors and the whole thing. Then the next event will be December 1st, lighting of Centennial Park. If we want to do something there, we need to move fast in order for us to start raising funds. Okay, like a food vendor, or if we want to participate in a different way. We have the light parade. If we want to participate us as a commissioners, maybe with our own cars or as a food vendor. We have the Pet Palooza February 4th. Then March 18th, the Summerton Greater Days. Then May 6th, Battle of the Cheladas. In this case, I believe we said that we're gonna be having we're gonna need the team right here for us to be selling the beer, and hopefully that can help us with the funding. And then also the 4th of July, that's the good news. They'll give us the beer sales also. And so I was very happy once I read this. And but there is also a possibility for us to represent the commission in any of the mentioned events, like the Centennial Park, Light on Centennial Park, the Light Parade, Pet Palooza, and Summerton Greater Days. Okay. So just food for thought, keeping in mind that yes, we can. And the sponsor events by the city, like November 5th, the Corn Fest event. Okay, the contact person, if we would like to, have a booth there for sales, Miguel Villapando or Marta Garcia. And for the Tamale Festival, could be Mr. Jose Moreno. Okay, if we would like to sell something to actually raise our funds. Okay, in the Tamale Festival, I think it will be a great activity if we can come up with something. I know it sounds like I'm thinking, okay, what can we sell? But if we're smart, we can sell something that we can make a very good profit. Okay, and this is a great opportunity. More than 30,000 people attended actually the Tamale Festival, so I think it's a good chance for us to do some fundraising right there. Okay, so yes, go for it.
How will that affect our 5,000 budget limitation?
And Mr. Rodney, correct me if I'm wrong, but we can actually save the money, okay, for next year. This is, and it's better to be in black rather than to be in red, because remember the council actually, and I guess ourselves also, we agree that we need to go back to normalcy. And now we're seeing more people coming to us and requesting funding. Mm-hmm. This amount that we have is going to run really fast, and we don't want to spend every penny. Yeah. So in order to avoid that, on top of the 5,000 that was scheduled as part of the budget, okay, if we have more, good. Okay, but if we have less, we need to stay within that budget. Out of that, we have available right now $3,250. So if we do some fundraising, that means we're going to have more leverage to spend. Okay. If not, we're limited to that amount only.
Yeah, you can collect or receive donations or whatever, how you want, as much as you want. It's just a spending limit is $5,000 for this fiscal year. Mm-hmm.
Question is so that is also the funds that we provide the people who request?
Well, that comes out of that 5,000.
Okay, so that's the limit that.
It doesn't mean you're gonna, if you collect more, it doesn't mean you're gonna lose it. It'll go. We'll just make the budget bigger to accommodate the money you collected next year.
And it's an advantage to have this, because remember a few years ago our budget was barely $1,500, and then it went up to 2,000, now to 3,000, now 5,000. So I think the city, by approving the $5,000, they're kind of generous and giving us that chance. So I'm very happy with. Thank you, city council members and the staff that put this together. Okay, because it actually now gives me, my faith is back into that we're on the right track. Okay. Future items for the agenda. At this moment, I would like to place this item on the agenda, the possible events in which we can participate. So that will be my new item. I will keep Jesus Cervantes item also because it will be in conjunction. Maybe between Jesus and I, we can come up with a better plan. So let's keep item 7.2 and item 7.1, and also add the city events for the year 2022, 2023. That's it. Okay.
And, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this Miss. Let me go on like this, and then Miss. Okay. Vice Chair, Joanna Ezra, anything for the agenda?
Nothing at this time.
Nothing at this point. Commissioner.
So I would give an update on that project I have
Perfect. Then an update on parks and
on the arts and crafts exhibition.
Yes,
I'm gonna
Arts
say.
and Cultural Festival. Yes. We like to give an update also, Mr. Lopez, for next item agenda.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm happy how
Perfect.
the
How
event
we did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And there is an item also for update for parks and recreation activities. So it's going to be part of the agenda from now on. Excellent. So we're not surprised with why I was not involved at this event if I sit on the city.
Yeah.
So one concern was brought to my attention of the matters of lighting. Okay. I thought we said that we're going to keep the skating park lit until 10, or it was on a Saturday, and some of the kids that came, and it was around 8 and it was dark, very dark. No light in there.
Yeah, at the skate park, the lighting isn't complete because we didn't have the funding to complete it. It's underground, but we don't have the poles and the footers in for the lights yet. And that's going to be coming later.
Okay.
But also, I know there's a light right there that belongs to APS that's in the park, all those lights in the park. And I actually had a meeting with APS yesterday, and I brought to the attention that we put tickets in, and they're looking into it to get them fixed.
Okay. Yeah, because it's kind of I live across, and usually I don't go into the skating park, but some of my own students were telling me, Vasquez, it was really dark, and you see that. I said, what? And then I verified that, and yes, it was dark. But I'm glad that you already contacted APS and they put a ticket to fix it. So I think that's it. We have at least 6 items, and then on the agenda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items that should keep us busy for next month. And I appreciate you guys that you are here. And I hope we don't cancel our meetings very often. So I'm glad that we are here today. For the good of the order, I'm gonna start with Mr. Commissioner Lopez on my left. Anything for the good of the order? No. Ms. Urquiza?
No. issues.
Vice Chair? No. Nothing. Rodney, for the good of the order?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, then I need your. It is actually 6:44. I would like to adjourn. Is there anyone that would like to make the motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Definitely, I will second that. All in favor say aye to adjourn.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, meeting closed, 6:44.